Hey everybody, it's Miranda Sullivan. Thank you so much for joining me, and it's all things positive. Why did I name it that? Because positive thinking has changed my life. And I'd love to hear from you. I want to start a conversation with you of how positive thinking has changed your life. And if this is something new to you, please let me know. Say, hey, I hear about positive and negative, but I have no idea what positive thinking is. Please let me know, because I'm here to educate. I'm here to learn. I'm here to expand, because positive thinking can change people's lives and it spreads. And I'm excited about sharing all kinds of stories of how that happens and what has happened in my life since I have learned to think positively. And I've learned how to love myself most of all. So, one of the reasons why I'm here is I drive for Uber and Lyft. And I've shared my story time and time again, and the people tell me, wow, that is an amazing story and you should share it. So, I am in the midst of writing my book, Miranda Sullivan, All Things Positive in My Journey. So, definitely put that on your checklist, and I hope to I'm here to encourage you to think positively, to find out what it is that you're here to do, find out what your calling is, find out what it is that you want to do in your life and co-create that life. Because I've gotten to one big, huge step and I am so amazed at it. I used to live in Phoenix, Arizona, in one of the worst neighborhoods in Phoenix. In fact, the police used to call it the square. And it reminded me of me, unfortunately. I mean, it was really good when I was growing up, but as I got older and I had things happen to me, they ended up putting it was a subsidized apartment complex. They went by your income, and things just went kind of downhill. And at the same time, personally, I had some things happen. I didn't know how to deal with them. I was in a family that my mom always tried to encourage me that I could talk to her about everything. But there were some things that she did that I think on a different level didn't help me believe that. So I didn't feel like I could come to her. Whether they would have been different and I could have come to her, I really don't know. I can't say that. But sometimes just things happen. And the more that we learn and teach our kids open communication and learning how to deal with our emotions, the more opportunity, if things happen to them, the more they're going to be able to work through them. Or they're going to be able to come to you and say, this happened to me and I don't know what to do. What do I do, Mom or Dad? I've been blessed, as I said, to be a nanny for the last 11 years. I'm working Lyft and Uber right now. I'm excited to be writing this book. I've also have a children's book that I'm getting ready to release that is my first picture book. And it was inspired by a little girl that I used to take care of. And also a woman that I've had in my life since 1980. She gave me a place. When I decided I was in a marriage back in 2000, I thought that's what marriage was for. It was supposed to make you happy, right? Well, it didn't for me. And not to put anything on him, but I realized, it did in a way because it helped me find my relationship with God. And my friend Penny invited me to Unity of Phoenix, and it changed my life forever. They talked about prosperity. They talked about the fact that I could be loved. It didn't matter what I did. And there's a lot of churches out there that support positive prayer. There's agape churches. There is Center for Spiritual Living. There is Unity, and there could be others. Even if you know about them, please let me know. I know sometimes some of that stuff that's metaphysical gets into a little bit more woo-woo than I like to get into. But I do believe that what we think and what we believe we become. Thanks to Calvin Lehu, he really taught me that, and I'll hopefully get him on here with me sometime, because I definitely would like to have some guests sometimes. So anyhow, let me know how positive thought has changed your life. If you want to know more about it, the one thing that I want you to sit with is, like I said, I used to live in one of the worst neighborhoods in Phoenix. Now I live in Nashville, Tennessee, one of the places that I've always wanted to come. Never quite realized I would even live here. I mean, coming here was a big deal, let alone living here. And I live in this beautiful apartment that overlooks the lake. I can go and walk out my door anytime I want to and be safe. And I know some of my friends say, well, you're working a lot, you know. I don't exactly work a lot. I work different hours than they do. And I'm not totally happy about that right now. But I am blessed. I am blessed, and I have what I wanted. I wanted to live in a nice neighborhood to where I felt safe, and I felt safe when I came home. And that's what I have. And I'm looking at building it to the next level. And that's what I'm going to do. That's my commitment. I want to live in financial freedom, and that is my commitment. So what is your commitment to you? We can all make resolutions for the beginning of the year. But why do we not go through with them? Because we're not committed to them. We say, whoa, we want to lose weight. But we don't write down why. We don't write down why that means that much to us. And when we want to pick something up, we don't put it down because we don't remember why. We just remember how we're feeling. So I ended up gaining 90 pounds. And I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, but part of this journey, my son left. He was 22, and it rocked my world. I didn't know what the heck to do. That was not in my plans at all. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. There's a lot of times that I would have told you a long time ago, but I was already on my path. I was already thinking positively. I was already turning my life around. Why did he have to leave? But I still don't know that I'd be where I'm at if he wouldn't have left. I wish I would be, and I wish he would be here. But it's what makes me so passionate about sharing this message, writing the children's books that I do, I'm actually a positive discipline parenting educator, which is positive reinforcement. I don't want it to freak people out. It is positive reinforcement, and if you want to like that page, it's Positive Talk Parenting on Facebook, and I will be doing videos over there. I'll be doing videos here, because the biggest thing that I understand is it's about self-love. And if we can encourage our children and treat our children in a way that they can grow up and they can love themselves and they can continually learn to make decisions because they love themselves, not because they're trying to rebel against you, they're going to have a much better life than we did. I was the rebellion kid. I wish my mom would have had these tools. But at the same time, I probably would not be as passionate about it as I am. I was a mom at 15. I did not like people telling me what to do. And every time I was constantly told, because I had an older brother, you're too young, you're too little, you're too young, you're too little. Constantly. Well, I guess I showed them, right? You know, being a mom at 15, taking on all that responsibility, I guess I wanted to show them. And I don't know that I did a great job, but I did the best that I could. So, anyhow, it's an incredible journey, and I'm excited about sharing this with you. Please share your comments. If you like what you're hearing, please share it. Please subscribe. I want to keep sharing my story with you, Because like I said, people have been amazed at just the steps that I've taken in positive thinking and learning to turn it over to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, and to continue not to buy into what reality we have right now, because we can co-create the life that we want. And I truly, truly believe that, because I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for that. So anyhow, thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Come back.